Hello guys, and welcome to Video Game Updates. The reason why I'm doing a video game update is because I turned on this game hoping to do a let's play with this game, and it turns out this game actually has an update. See, now when I first reviewed this video, I assumed that this video was a single player game. Well, the new update has completely changed the game plan. Now, I still, to this day, do not know what the update is. You'll find me out when the update is when I am, okay? So let's go through this together. These are issues that they came across that they hopefully fix. This game is still fairly new. It just came out of the beta stage. This is the update that I just downloaded. That apparently is the end. Update the client as soon as maintenance ends. Now, here's the new content that they're talking about. There's a lot of stuff here. They have new functions, new friends, you can add friends. You have friends that play this game, you can play with. My guess is you can play with friends. Now I'm kind of taking a stab at this. I'm guessing maybe you can play with other players. And if that truly is the case, that'd be nice. Their guild system, which guild systems are only good if this is an open world game. Games like Front Mission have missions. If you have guilds in a mission-based game, that's lame as hell. Because based on what I saw when we did the review, that was a mission-based game. The way the new update showing us right now, without even trying, they have friend function, a guild system, armory shop, assembly shop, a workshop, chat functions. As of right now, this game is looking like a World of Warcraft style game. As exciting as this may be, this actually is very good. This could also be this game's downfall. Because having a one-player game means that people play it and enjoy it. We depend on a server and players with no bots. You depend on people to join that game in order for that game to succeed. So, in reality, this game is free, by the way. In order to make money on a game that has multiple players, you need to monetize. In order to monetize, you need to sell useless stuff that they're going to use in order to make money. So all the fun that we had on the initial video that we had, do you remember my video game review on this game? How I played a mission? What I'm seeing as new content throws that completely out the window. It's going to be a completely different game now. I'm seeing a lot of new stuff here that was not in the game initially. My guess is that the game was that I tested the game as in beta state. I was not told it was beta state. So now all of this stuff that's added, all of this is now going to be added. I mean, this is a mess. This is really and truly a mess. So let's see what we got ourselves into, shall we? Now let's really see what this game is all about. So far it's looking like a server-based game. It's looking like a multiplayer server-based game. This looks like World of Warcraft. This looks like a robot version of World of Warcraft. And I'll tell you why. World of Warcraft depends on players to play this game as much as they can. So they don't force you, but they encourage you to come on every day and play. If not forever, for a little bit. And if you're short on something, you'll purchase it. Now we just got something for free today. We got this for free. We got common currency for free. Okay, that's great because we got something for free. And there is our confirmation that this is becoming a multiplayer game. Immediately they flash shit you have to buy right off the bat. Unlock advanced codes for ultra valuable awards. So in order to get any of this shit, you have to purchase it right there. How do you get rid of it? I don't know. Click off the screen, maybe. Yeah, you can click off the screen, get rid of it. But as of right now, right off the bat, this game is turning into like a World of Warcraft style game. Which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. Because World of Warcraft is a lot of fun. But this game, it looks to me like this game was kind of like a clone. A front mission. But it was going to be different than front mission. And so far, it was different than front mission. I mean, the robots are different, that's for sure. They call them STs. So, that's a start. Now, what I do like is that whatever they have, you have to keep whatever you have that's new has this little red dot next to it. That's to remind you to click that and find out what it is. What is unlocked. Current level 1. See, new? Want to know what that is? Okay, I guess that was a false alarm, huh? Now let's click the envelope and see what that is. Okay, ready? They're trying to sell you something. Right here, see this? Now available for a limited time. Get them via SP recruitment, SP special purchase, SP purchase. They're trying to get you to get that commander and that robot by purchasing whatever it is you have to purchase to get it. Of course, you can go through all these quests. You know you don't have to go through quests to do it. Click claim to get this. As far as what they're talking about here, ignore it. You don't need it. Walk away. Okay, we've hit 15,000 members on Discord. Okay, they have a Discord page. Good to know. Thank you for all the support. If you haven't joined our official Discord channel yet, now is the time. Discuss gameplay, share strategies, show up your custom skins. Right off the bat, I'm smelling a lot of money changing hands. They're selling custom skins now too. Wow. Okay, the monetization is insane. Alright. We have these two things. I don't know what they are, but I'll find out. I'll find out what they are. Alright, that's done. Next red dot. Okay, now, next red dot is right here. Click claim all. Oh, I forgot to claim week 1. Okay, claim all. Okay, now, this suddenly popped up. Let's check what this is. It looks to me like this is the amount of robots you have and what you do have. It's hard what you do and don't have. So, that's what I'm guessing. I do have this one, that's for sure. Yeah, I do have this one. Okay, the more you upgrade your robot, the more you'll get these things. Okay, that's good to know. So when you own these things, the more you upgrade them, the more you'll be called back to receive those crystal things. So that's good to know. So scatter around, look for these red dots. Okay? Click anything that has a red dot on it. Anything you see in the game that has a red dot on it, click it. Because you never know. That has a red dot on it. I have this mech. Again, red dot. Click it. Grab whatever you can. Alright. I also probably do have this one. Okay, then you click that. Now double check. That's it. Okay, nothing else. No red. Nothing. Okay. Now trade item purchases. Here's where they're gonna get you. Here's where they want you to spend money. Right here. The game is free. They want you to spend your money on all the stuff you see right here. See the red? They could give to you some of this for free. They might. They might give you the first one for free. But after that, they're going to charge you whatever it is right here. Allow me to show you guys. Check this out. Let's pick one random, okay? Pick this. This one gives you this and this. It costs 99 cents, $1. If you push buy, this will get charged your Steam account. If you don't want to buy anything, you want to stay free, don't buy it. Exit out. 16 transit matches. You don't want to buy that. Exit out. It gives you this. If you want to buy it, cancel. Exit out. Again, all you're trying to do is get rid of that red mark. That's it. If you do not want to buy 16 of these for $14.99, cancel or exit out. Same thing with this. If you do not want to buy this, just cancel or exit. By doing so, you'll be getting rid of all the red marks. And that's kind of what you do want. You want to make sure all the red marks are gone. Because if all the red marks are gone, you don't have to worry about them. And all the free stuff will just pop up. See, they show those red dots for all the free stuff. They also show it all stuff that costs money. If you don't want to spend any money, just highlight it, look at it, push cancel, and just go through it one at a time. If you don't want it, cancel. Don't want that, cancel. Everyone that shows up with red dots, cancel all of it. Okay. Promotion pack. Thanks. Okay. We don't want any of that. Moving on. Next. Okay, we already in. Week 1. Oh, this I didn't claim. That's what I didn't claim. So the red marks should be gone. Alright. Very cool. You can snap a picture. I like this. Few games allow you to do this. Very cool. I wish they did this in the original front mission. They didn't. Very nice touch. This I like. This I never saw before. Okay, installed to the hard drive. This works. I do like this. Very nice touch. Very nice. I do like this. Let's see what this is. Okay, pilots. Now here's where they can get you. I guarantee you, they're gonna try and sell you stuff for the pilots. I guarantee you. Everybody tries it. Yeah. You got free gems just for sharing a snapshot. That works. They want you to find your email with the video game so they can remind you of when special events come along. Okay, next up. Seeing this one. Okay, now here's the pilots. Here's the STs we have. These are the STs. These are the pilots using those STs. For those of you guys that are not really familiar with the front mission, I'm going to enlighten all of you guys what these things are, what exactly these things are, because I can tell just by looking at them. This is a long-range sniper rifle. Long-range sniper rifles, they usually don't have room to carry anything else. The only thing they carry is ammo and the gun. The gun is extremely heavy. It requires both hands and both shoulders to carry the ammo in. the spare ammunition is stored in the shoulders. So you can't mount anything on the shoulders. So all you can hold is the gun and the ammunition cord. That's it. So these are strictly long range only. Now, in front mission, whenever you have a missile launcher like this, you always have to have some sort of a short range weapon just in case somebody gets in your face. One idea somebody had one time they were playing Front Mission 2 was in the PlayStation version. Somebody put 2 missile launchers, one on either shoulder, and put 2 melee weapons on the hands. Because if you blow one arm off, you only have one arm, you still have a missile launcher and a melee weapon on the other hand. Because remember, when you aim for an arm socket or a shoulder, you lose the arm and the shoulder weapon completely. In reality, in order to kill all the weapons on the right side, all you have to do is blow the arm itself off. Don't aim for the weapons, aim for the socket. Aim for the ball socket on the shoulder. So that's what we used to do. If you want to reduce the weapons and try to take them out quicker, aim for right here. You can take the whole arm off. You'll reduce the amount of firepower by half. For example, whatever's the most annoying, if the missile is absolutely kicking your ass, throw everything you have at their left arm, take the left arm off, and the missile goes with it. All they have is the machine gun. You can deal with the machine gun, move on to the next threat. You have to take out whatever's the most threatening first. Okay, that's the way Front Mission works. Okay, guys. The idea is to give the game Front Mission, and this is not Front Mission, but this is called the Front Mission clone. When games are clones of another game, this is a Front Mission clone. Okay, guys. In Front Mission, the object of the game is to finish or incapacitate as much of the enemies as you can. Which means that if you have an entire squad of this, you are going to equip all of your guys with skills that take the arms off. Always. If you have the opportunity to choose skills for the pilots, choose skills that tear their arms off, or skills that blow their arms off. Because if a robot walking around with no backpack, okay, and no arms, they have no way of repairing their arms unless a teammate comes by and repairs them. That's the only way. Unless they have a backpack on their back, that backpack is going to have items they can use to repair themselves. Okay, guys? All the stuff I never really got a chance to go over when we did the review, because I didn't realize how close to Front Mission this game really is. It's not a clone, Front Mission, but it's pretty damn close. The concept is the same. Storyline is not. Front Mission is a completely different concept, completely different thing. This game is fun in its own way. Okay, moving on. We're going to move on to a different thing now. Here we have a pick mech here. And we have a shotgun in the right arm. We have nothing in the left arm. And we have this. Now, what is this mech, you ask? Let's find out. It's called the Manipulator. It's an engineering backpack fitted with a high-precision robotic arm that provides precision repairs on the valve. Now, in front mission, they have repair function on the robots. It's usually 2 stakes that come out of the backpack. Stakes come down, it goes, it makes a noise, and it comes up, and the mech is like either halfway, 35% or full. According to this has a robot arm that provides repairs on the robots, on the valve. So this you go up to your teammates, you can repair your teammates with this. That's what this is for. So instead of having a backpack with items, you could have a teammate with that backpack. Which means that whoever has this backpack has to be one of the squads, which means half your pilots have to have that backpack on. And at least one of them has to be in every squad. So, you figure, in the original game front mission, you had max 4 squads. Okay guys? I have 3 guys with that backpack. Okay guys? Only 3. If I can get another pilot, I will have them hold the same backpack as well. Frequently, people with grenade launchers and people with missile launchers do not have those because they stay in the back. People who are mid-range, people who have shotguns, people who have machine guns only, people who have weapons with limited ammo, you're going to keep them behind the front lines. You're not going to keep them on the front lines themselves. Okay, guys? You're going to keep these guys in front of the missile launchers, but behind the front lines. In front mission, you always have what I call a tier 3 assembly. Okay, guys? Your robots are always set up in tiers of 3. Front line, middle line, rear line. This is your middle line fighter because they have this backpack. So this, and this are midline fighters. I know him. He has melee. He is a frontline fighter. He has a backpack, so he can repair himself as much times as he has items in his backpack. After every battle, I have to remember to repurchase some items in his backpack if I use anything. Okay. Moving on. Okay, we're gonna move on to this guy. This guy is absolutely huge. He has this really big weapon. This one I've yet to use. I've not used him yet. Maybe I will try to use him this game to see what that weapon actually does. Be nice to find out. Okay, here's our repair backpack. See that? See what I have in our hand? Sniper rifle. Save this guy for the rear lines. And if someone is in trouble, I can use this guy small enough. See he's not very well armored? That means he has speed. If he has speed, he can move up to the front lines, repair somebody, then move back. And then use the sniper rifle. So, in a way, you're kind of using guys to their advantage. Now this guy has heavy machine gun, or a Gatling gun, I should say. This guy holds the weapon with one hand. This hand has his hand underneath the barrel. In the backpack, he has one repair. All the rest is ammo, spare ammo for this thing. Because you are going to unload on shots as you get off. So you have to make sure you have enough ammo and repairs to be able to hold your own. He is a frontline fighter. Okay, frontline fighters are bigger, more well armored, and they can hold their own. This guy, he's very fast. He has no backpacks, 2 guns, 2 shotguns. When he runs out of ammo, he's done. That's the reason why you bring him to the battlefield in the first place, because he's fast. If you know for a fact your next objective is to get from A to B as fast as you can, you bring him along. The reason why is because if somebody's really fast, they can get from A to B in less turns than anybody else. They can take a wide area, a wide berth around it, and they can avoid all the fighting, while the rest of your team takes them on headlong. As long as that one guy reaches the end, if all the rest of them die, he reaches the end, you win. That's it. It only takes one person across the finish line, and the whole team wins. That's it. So it pays to have small guys with nothing else but weapons. You never know what missions you're going to have to do. Same thing with this. We have a long-range sniper rifle, and we have a short-range, heavy pile melee. Okay, guys? What this does, this puts the mech's arm up. They run in into the other mech as fast as they can, squeeze a hand, and this big heavy rod gets thrusted out and pierces the enemy's armor and tries to go through the enemy armor. Tries to go through the enemy armor, further damaging that mech. If enough hit points get taken off that part, the part gets destroyed and falls off. Now, here you have 3 different types of melee weapons. You have piercing, impact, and piercing has piles. Impact has knuckles. They punch. Third one, I used to remember. Well, then in Front Mission 2, they used to have electric melee. It didn't make any sense, but they did have it. It kind of sucked. I honestly don't think they even have it in this one, and thank God, because it sucked in Front Mission. In the original Front Mission, no one liked it, so quite honestly, I don't think anybody would bother to have it. Let's see. We have two guys in the piles here. We don't have anybody with knuckles because, unfortunately for us, I don't think we've unlocked that part yet. That's okay. I think you have to unlock parts in this game. I think so far we unlocked the heavy pile weapons. In Front Mission, everything's unlocked. You have to decide what's best for your play style. In this game, I think you have to unlock parts as you go along. That's what I think. But the pilots, you have equipped to their weapons now, you have to continue because the pilots gain experience off the weapons and you get better. Now, if you change weapons halfway through the game, that pilot starts from scratch and they're not as good as they used to be. So when you start the game, whatever you play the first game on with that pilot, you should just upgrade everything from there. Because the pilot itself gains experience off of the weapons that mech has. For example, this pilot right here, every one of these pilots has a mech that they pilot. Okay, guys? Now, based off of what mech he has, that's what his skill is based off of. See, the higher the number, the better he is at that. So if he's better at assaulting. Assaulting means giving him a ranged weapon and a melee weapon, or a shield and a melee weapon, and having him charge in and fire melee, or having him melee and then shield smack. That's what he specializes in. He specializes in assault tactics because his assault stats are higher. So naturally, you're going to give him a mech that has either a range and a melee, or a shield and a melee. Now this guy, he specializes in melee and assault. And defense. So naturally, you're going to want to give him a shield and a melee weapon. And you're going to want to give him a really big slow mech. And you're going to want to put him on the main force. Because anybody who's really good at defense and melee and assault, you want them on the main force, no matter what. So, repairing his own mech, not good at. Tactical tactical maneuvers, he can't do it. Why? Because his defense is high, his assault is high. Naturally, he's going to be big, bulky, and he's going to be slow. So, but the pilot thinks fast. See? The fact that the pilot thinks fast, then he can maneuver. He might be able to maneuver the mech faster than the mech could actually move, which is good because a slow reaction pilot in a slow mech could mean that mech is going to move a lot slower than it should be. So you really want a really quick reaction pilot to be piloting a slow mech. You really do. Now the one thing this game has the front mission doesn't have is what's called the neural drive. The neural drive, from what I read, the neural drive is something that goes into the pilot. For example, neural implants that gets programmed into the pilot that helps the pilot perform better. Let me give you an example. Now, if I unlock this zone right here, once I unlock this right here, my mech can move 2 additional tiles before it even attacks. So my reaction time will be so fast, I'll be able to move 2 tiles before I can attack. Instead of just moving 1 tile and then attacking, I'll be able to push that mech. I will have the skills to push that mech more than it can handle. So you see, if the pilot is trained enough, your pilot is trained enough, you could actually make that mech do more than it's supposed to do. So pilot training can push the mech to do more than it's supposed to do. So to your advantage to really, really focus on the pilot and the mech you actually have. So if you're not sure if this is the right thing, this is the right setup for the mech, check the mech. Okay, melee, defense, and assault. Check the mech. Okay, let's check the mech now. Look for his face, right there. Now, assault. What did I say assault was? Range, melee. Assault checks out. Melee. That's the melee weapon right there. Okay. So melee, defense. It looks to me like this thing's pretty covered. So it's fast. Its defense is kind of like mediocre, I should say. This thing is not slow. This thing is sort of as far as defense goes. It's not weak. By all means, it's not weak. But I'm telling you one thing this thing is, it's fast. I will say this, it's very fast. HP it's dodging 676. Which is really, really good. For a melee weapon, it can dodge 676. For a melee mech, that's impressive. So if somebody fires a gun, it can attempt to dodge that shot. It can attempt to dodge a gunshot. It might get hit or grazed, but because it's dodging, it's so high, it will never take full damage. As long as the legs have taken no damage, it will dodge. It will take like half. That's it. Why? Because it's dodging. Legs have very high dodge, and the pilot. Because the legs have very high dodging number, it goes right back to the pilot. Because again, what is this pilot's hyper reaction? The dodging in the legs was very high, and the pilot has hyper reaction talent, which means dodges real quick, the legs have the ability to dodge at the same speed as his mind reacts to dodge. So the mech is able to handle. If he really quick dodges to the left, the legs have a high enough dodge number that the mech is able to react at the same speed as he can move the stick. So if you have a high dodge reflex on the pilot, if you have high reaction on the pilot, and you have high reaction and you have a good dodge rate on the mech, very good chance of dodging whatever somebody throws at you. Somebody decides to punch you, there's a pretty good chance you're just going to dodge that. You probably won't even need to take it. There's a very good chance you'll stand there and go, miss me. That's awesome. At that moment, you don't really need that big heavy mech. The faster that mech is, if the pilot has good reaction time and the mech is able to handle severe amounts of dodging, he can just dodge everything. As long as your legs are in good shape, you'll be able to dodge it. Here's the problem. What happens if the legs are broken? He has no backpack, which means someone in that group needs to be within walking distance to heal his legs as quickly as they can. Because if his legs ever go out, his dodge ratio goes down by half. I don't know about this game. When you're playing Front Mission 3, Sony PlayStation. Nothing to do with this game. When you're playing Front Mission and someone blows your legs out, your legs are sparking, your legs don't work. Instead of moving 4 squares, you now have to move 1. You're moving 1 step. That's it. Somebody fires a shot at you, or somebody punches you, upper body is going to try and move. Upper body is going to do this, as if to say, dodge. But the legs are going to be so slow that you're going to take half the damage. The legs are going to move so slow, you're going to take half damage. Because the legs are unable to maneuver. The body will maneuver at the same speed. The legs will be unable to react at the same speed because the legs are broken. The legs move at half the speed it normally does. So if your legs move slow as dog shit and they're broken, you'll barely be able to move now. So if you move one space and your legs are broken, you'll still move one space. You'll move so slow. And any dodging you had is gone. That's why movement and dodging is extremely important when you're in your front lines, when you're mid-range. Any mid-range mechs like this, mid-range mechs usually have one weapon and a repair backpack. Mid-range mechs are usually this. Now this is actually considered a mid-range. Now I'll tell you why. That's a shoulder-mounted weapon. In this game, it's called a backpack. This is actually the type of thing that they don't have this in front mission. They do have this in Armored Core. This is called a rear-mounted shoulder weapon. Okay, guys, in Armored Core. This is called a railgun. Now, a railgun is something that's very, very complicated. You have a railgun. Railguns have to be mounted with nothing on the arm. The reason why is, and the person, the mech that you equip it to, has to have a weapon in the other hand. And there cannot be anything in the hand of the railgun. Now, in this game, there are no shoulder-mounted weapons. Okay, guys? Any weapons that are mounted on the shoulders are called backpack weapons. Why? There's no mounts for the shoulders. See? They put a backpack on you. That backpack has connections on either side. So, and mount a railgun, put the connector and mount one railgun on that back. Now, here's the thing. Here's my question. This is something that didn't exist in Armored Core. Railguns are mounted on the shoulder mounts, on the back shoulders. These are backpack mounted weapons. They have a connection piece that connects to the backpack mount. What's to stop me from putting another railgun on this side? Nothing. So why can't I do that? There's an open slot right here. Technically, if I have another railgun, if I have another one of these, I should be able to put a second one right there. technically, I should be able to do that. But this game probably didn't think outside the box. This game probably didn't think outside the box. It didn't think anybody would think of something like that. Technically, you should be able to do that. But in reality, you cannot. And so I digress. Move on. That's just something to think about. So in my opinion, this game feels like a clone of a combination of Front Mission and what the original Armored Core was before it left the original PlayStation. This game feels like a clone of the both. Now, the original Armored Core, I loved more than anything. I loved the fact they had shoulder weapons. I loved the fact that they had mission-based combat. You went on missions. I do not like the fact you weren't able to take teams with you. And you had to go alone every time. But that was part of the game's charm. So, we dealt with it. And so I digress. That's part of the charm of the game. And it was fun. Okay, here we have heavy pile and a shield with no backpack. If you're within melee range, you're obviously going to use this. If you're not within melee range, this will always have this protecting you at all times. You will then use your legs to get up to the front line and to use this as quickly as you possibly can and do as much damage as you can before your mech gets destroyed. If your arm gets blown off, use this to protect yourself, to protect the core right here, and back up and try to get to a healer as quickly as you possibly can. Having melee only with a shield gives you an opportunity, gives you a chance to have more armor on the legs and move slower, because it enables you to have the shield so you can block yourself just in case. Just therefore giving you time to back up and call for help. Say, hey, I need you to heal me. Get over here. Come on, I need help here. And they'll help. So every mech you have, you are going to build for a purpose. Either their front lines or their rear lines. Now this guy has, I think that's a sniper rifle, I think that's a sniper rifle. Okay, this is actually a melee weapon. This is supposed to be a wrench. But during wartime, they end up turning this wrench into a melee weapon. So, what I'm guessing that this thing is meant to just... In Front Mission, they had something called a pole weapon. It was like, it looked like that big Cusel stick from American Gladiators. Remember that thing? look at the Q-tip. Remember that? Remember that television show, American Gladiators? They stand on two pedestals, and one person on either side, and they have those big Q-tips in their hands. That's what this is. See, he's holding it right here. When he's ready to hit somebody with it, it unfolds in one big long pole. He uses it to swing and hit the enemy. So he can melee hit somebody 2 squares away. He won't even have to get in melee range. He can hit somebody, instead of meleeing somebody next square over, he can melee somebody 2 squares over. That's handy, which means he doesn't need to have heavily armored legs. He doesn't need to have light legs. He can use heavily armored completely with no backpacks. And he'll still survive and still do damage. He doesn't need a shield. He can withstand a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage. Because he has a really long boomstick. He holds this, pushes the button, and this entire thing folds out and locks in place with one big long pole. He swings it and hits somebody with it. That's what this is. It's a melee weapon. It has a +1 range, which means here's the square he's on. Normally melee is 1 range. That's it. This has a +1, which means this goes 2 squares. This is a melee range of 1. This is a melee range of 2. A shotgun has a range of 4. Machine gun has a range of 3. Machine guns fly more ammo with less accuracy. A shotgun has less ammo and less accuracy, but it hits harder. A shotgun does impact damage. Machine gun does piercing damage. This weapon does impact damage. Okay, guys? A heavy pile does piercing damage. Okay, guys? Now, always don't forget the type of weapons you have. These are 2 shotguns. Shotgun do impact damage. Now, if you have somebody that's heavily armored, you do not want to do impact damage, because it's only going to do a little bit of damage. You want to do impact damage to a very lightly armored mech. So you have a guy with 2 shotguns, like this guy here, and you're going up against another guy with the same mech. Game on. This guy is going down. This bitch is going down in flames. Look at that thing. It's very small. It has light armor. And because of that reason, he has 2 shotguns. Now, if that pilot has skills to fire both at once, call it game over. If he has the skills to fire more than one shot per turn. Again, here's the difference between just a pilot that fires. In this game, you get an action and a movement. That's it. What you do outside of that action and movement all depends on the pilot's skills. For example, if you have a mech, let's say you have a mech that has 2 melee weapons. Let's say you have this guy, okay? Let's say you have this guy. You want more than one attack to come out of this guy. What do? You're going to go into his pilot. Okay, you're going to look for any and all skills that allow you to have a double attack. You want a double attack skill, and you want a double attack skill, and you want an assault skill. You want any and all skills that involve shield bashing, melee hits, and double attacks. Shield bashing and double attacks. Because you want skills that will activate simultaneously. You want skills that work together. Okay, guys? Make sure you give each pilot skills that have the abilities to sound like they can activate, not individually, but sound like they can activate. They have a good chance of activating all at the same time. For example, you have, let's say you have shits and giggles. Let's pick a random guy here. Try this guy. Let's say this pilot who is piloting this mech right here. Let's say we gave him double damage skill. And we gave him a double attack, a double damage, and then we gave him a skill that allows him to like a quick attack skill. If somebody attacks you, you immediately counterattack. Somebody that has 2 guns in their hand, you always want a skill that allows you to counterattack immediately. The reason why is because people that have 2 guns have no shields, no backpacks, so have no way of surviving, and have no ammunition backups. So when they're up against somebody all by themselves, kill them, make sure they're dead, and that's it. God forbid. Stay alive so you can capture whatever it is you have to capture. The most important thing with a guy this size with no backup plans is to kill whatever mech is standing in front of him as quickly as you possibly can without taking damage. So give the guy like this skills and he'll do double damage and double attack. So So which means if this guy is standing in front of you, make sure he is dead in one turn. You better make damn sure. So make sure you put on skills to have the ability to activate one right after another. For example, you have a double attack skill. You do your initial attack with weapon with left arm, right? Then your double attack skill activates. Fires both weapons at the same time. Then the second double attack skill activates. Both weapons fire at the same time. Then your skill plus one skill. Say you have a skill plus one, right? That skill plus one, use your plus one to your skill level, which means it also gives you another attack with one weapon. So naturally, your dominant hand, your left hand, will get activated first. So left hand will automatically fire one shot at a higher skill level. Boom. And that's it. You just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks in one turn with only 2 weapons. In 5 attacks in one turn with 2 weapons. That's because you set your pilot up properly. If you don't set your pilot up with the right skills, the mech is as good as dead. That's the way things work in Front Mission. Okay, guys? If this game is anything like Front Mission, and I'm hoping it is, because otherwise everything I'm saying is going to be bullshit. If this game is anything like Front Mission, your pilot skills are going to be very important. Let's check the pilot and see what we got. Let's see if I made a mistake. He is not your main force, and so he shouldn't be, because he is not very good defense. He also doesn't have any way of healing himself either. That could be a problem. He is also a brawler, which means he gets in people's faces. That would not be a good. That right off the bat, a brawler is good with 2 shotguns. A brawler is better having a shotgun and the melee weapon. Brawlers like to get in people's faces. Brawlers are very good at getting in people's faces. That's what they specialize at. So his 2 shotguns, they look good. His pilot skill, his main skill, his technician skill, does not match the mech. So therefore, he is not main force, because his mech does not match his skill. But use a shotgun to attack a target does times 1.3 times the damage. Every time he fires a shotgun, it deals 1.3 times more damage. That's what his skills look like so far. That's really not bad. So he specializes in shotguns, which is probably the reason why he has 2 to begin with. But by him having 2 shotguns, he's a brawler. And brawlers like to get in people's faces. So he likes to get in people's faces and fire shotguns right at them. But that also leaves him vulnerable for melee attacks. With no backups to help him, it also leaves him vulnerable for dying. So therefore, somehow you need to come up with some sort of a middle ground. Make him slower and more armored. Give him a shotgun and a melee. Send him onto the front lines with a backpack. Send him up to the front lines to wreak havoc. Just have him melee and shotgun everybody. You could have him do that. You could have him do that. Why? Because he's a brawler. He specializes in brawling. How can you be a brawler and be skilled and be licensed and skilled for light mechs? It's impossible. Why? Light mechs have a very small amount of defense and very large amount of speed. Now, being faster is a great thing because somebody gets in your face, you can get out of their face quicker. Or you might be able to get a skill that lets you get in their face, fire, and then get out of their face quick. Maybe we'll learn a skill like that. Maybe. So, technically, that's another thing you could probably do. Everything I'm explaining to you guys is based off of my experience in playing my heavy amount of experience playing Rush. Because this game is nothing more, nothing less than a clone, exact clone of Rush. So all of my tactics and everything I'm explaining to you guys, my guess will work just fine when playing this game. There's pretty much nothing you have to worry about. If you follow everything I'm saying, you'll do just fine. So now they want you to buy this. They want you to buy this pilot for $1. Rank advancement. Now, the basic rewards, they give you a pilot. This, I don't know what that is. So, personally, I'll take the pilot. Okay, so if you get the advanced rewards, you get the mech and the pilot, both. If you get the basic rewards, you'll get only the pilot. I'll take the pilot. That's fine. Okay, now. See if we can get in on this game.
One more thing, I dug up intense battle sims for training. Elite battles are more challenging, but they pack valuable bionic computer materials. Elite battle data locked in.
Tagging along was your call. We can't promise you'll be safe out here.
I know what I'm getting into. I only tagged along to White Maple for Rosa.
You're not trying to bail on us, are you?
Huh. You're the ones who should be thinking about running. When I catch up with Rosa, just you wait. You're gonna get it.
I doubt the ashes of something like a timeout corner waiting for you. This just in, the NDF ace is siding with the rebels. No question about it.
I'm not buying any of that rebel talk. It's gotta be a trick to split us up.
See, Anna's on the same page. Something big is up, and that's why I'm saying we head straight for Blair. We can blow the whistle on that creepy lab to the NDF. I bet the Viceroy had us join the Armored Corps just to snoop around.
Truth or not, we've got to take control of our own fate. If rescuing that Valkyrie is our last shot, then we've got to make it count.
Check the southwest gate. Our target's not there. The route to the northwest is a no-go. Over.
Pay very close attention to the next step. Not to go through scroll through dialogue. That's a sniper rifle right there. That's a shotgun. That's a shotgun.
Heads up, Southeast Ops! Drop what you're doing and head to the new rally point. Coordinates!
So they have rifle, long range rifle, short range shotgun, nothing in the right, nothing in the right hand, short range shotgun. It's looking like they're gonna have squads of shotguns and rifles. So missiles, I don't see missiles on the shoulders, but you never know, they might have one missile.
We've got a Valkyrie in our sights!
This early in the game, not certain they would have.
Give it up, Valkyrie! We know you used to fly with the NTF, but you're on your own now.
That's a melee weapon right there. That's a melee weapon right there. That is a machine gun. That's a shotgun.
Your rebel buddies are tied up by Major William,
You know
and we've
what
got
weapons
backup
they
flooding
have
in.
their hands? Stop. Ignore what they're saying and pay very close attention. What's in their hands, what's on their shoulders, what's on their backs. Try to identify. Try to identify all of them before you start. So you know who to prioritize who to gang up on. Right off the bat, I can see right now, these guys gang up on these two right off the bat because they have melee weapons. Anybody that has melee weapons is going to have the entire team gang up on them on minute one. Why? Because melee weapons are very dangerous. Anybody that has melees in their hands, put them in the front. Okay, guys? Any all melee people, put them in the front. Supporting fire in the rear at all times. Long range, put them in the third.
Nah. You've got no idea who you're messing with, soldier. You're just pawns Blair's playing to slow me down. So, what's it gonna be? Surrender or die fighting? Your choice.
There she is! Kaiden, over there!
Rosa! We came to get you out!
Holy cow! What happened to your ST? How did it get all banged up?
You shouldn't have come back, but... well, here we are. Keep your head on a swivel, Merc. Don't get yourself killed.
Appreciate the concern, but we're not backing down. This is our fight. How long can your ST keep this up?
Long enough to take out these goons. Worry about your own rig.
Reinforcements? Damn it! Hold them back! Our backup's on the way!
Okay, you hear that? That means this is not it. They have backup coming, which means we gotta do this quick. Okay, now we have a shotgun, another shotgun, machine gun, shotgun, shotgun, dual melee. Ow. Dual melee. Oh my god. Jeez. Good luck. We're coming as quick as we can. We got dual melees. Oh boy. So we gotta really see. Our objective right now is to steamroll 2, 4, 6. We need to steamroll these guys as quickly as we possibly can. Objective is, number 1, gang rape. Everybody focus on this guy first. All 4 players gang rape this guy right here. Okay? Once he's dead, focus fire on this guy. And then do the same with all the rest of them. Do not split your forces up. We gotta get through these guys as quickly as we possibly can. Do not let her die. Okay? You could split your forces up and back her up. But it'd be more beneficial to steamroll the guys in front of you guys instead of doing that. Got it? Okay. Now, who are you playing now? You can put melees in the front. Now, who do we have to put up in front? We have, he has a machine gun. It'd be nice if we had 2 melee guys in front. We have a shield guy. No, he is not the front line. He is your melee guy. He's more of the front line. You have a shield in the front and a machine gun in the front with a healer. So it's not bad. He's your assault. You should go in the front. He's in the back. I don't know why he's in the back is the shield to shield. God forbid, she can step out of the way and jet close. So it's not a big deal. She belongs all the way in the back because she has a rifle. Rifles are long-range fire weapons. Now she has a missile launcher. She can stay in the back. We have to set up right now. Missile. Rifle. Shotgun. Melee. shotgun, shield, machine gun, and repair. This could work. She moves forward, turn 1. She moves forward 1 square. He jets forward, up, right, up. He moves forward 1. They move forward 1, 2. These two right here fire shots at these two. They take damage a lot. Now if I move him up, move her up, they might get shots with their weapons as well. He might be out of range with his weapon. Actually, if he moves up, all 3 of these guys should be within firing range of these two. So these 2 guys in 1 turn should be dead. If we do this just right, all these guys should take these 2 out in 1 turn. If I do this right. Okay, guys? Do this correctly.
Find a way to meet up with Rosa. Go, go, go!
Yep, there.
You guys are totally dropping the ball! Can't handle one single woman if you can't stand up for White Maple. You might as well not stand at all!
So much for William's elite crew. Don't you guys realize how pathetic you look?
Close in and melee that sniper.
Okay, now we have the melee guy. Melee guy moves up. Now, you can either use shotgun or melee. That's a sniper rifle. Sniper rifles cannot be used in melee range. When you're a sniper rifle, you cannot use it in melee range. Shotguns and machine guns can. So sniper, always send your melee guys into sniper. Always.
Ease up. I'm on full alert.
Okay? Now I am attacking with my melee weapon at the pile. I'm attacking a person that has a rifle in one hand. You cannot counterattack at all. See now, I can either use a normal attack or I can use the crushed arm. If I use crush arm, I run the very hard risk of crushing the wrong arm. And you might still have his weapon, you might still have his arm. But if I normal attack, something gets blown off. It could be the body, it could be the head, it could be the legs. Any one of these pieces could be blown off. Any one of these pieces. If I click crush arm, only one arm is being blown off. It's going to focus on only the arm. Now, normally I would say do crush arm and get it over with. Because we might go salvage the neck. But I would say do a normal attack because kill them.
It's time.
Spot their weakness!
Okay, now, by doing that, I moved up, did a normal attack, he meleeed him, and it took his body out. The neck was completely obliterated. We want that. That's what we want. Okay? Now, we have our know we have dual machine guns? Yeah. Okay, now we need, because we're so far away, what you want to do is, we could hit this, we could hit our own team. So you want to do what's called accurate fire. By doing that, you want to focus on only him and not shoot your own guy. Accurate fire is very important if you might run a risk of snagging one of your teammates. So you're going to make sure you aim properly, not quick shots. So if they have any dodge whatsoever, they will dodge. So you aim for the body.
Nowhere left to hide. I've got you.
Okay. Now we have her. This guy has a shotgun. So she has a shield. Get in their face. She has the ability to get in their face. Oh, we don't have enough AP. We only have we don't have enough AP. Okay, now we have two. But now we don't have enough. See, now here's the problem. We don't have enough action points to actually defend ourselves, which is not good. See, this is the key. You have to have action points. This pilot is not skilled enough. This pilot should not be on the front lines. This pilot doesn't have enough skill. She needs more action points in order to be able to bunk.
Ready when you are.
Now she has two action points. The ship will attack and have an extra one to capture. No need. Dead. Now the fun part starts.
Giving it all I've got.
So, what's the plan? Repairs or combat?
Ready and waiting.
So, what's the plan? Repairs or combat? I'm all ears. Go ahead.
You know, I move her. If I am my turn, that's it. Right? See, they don't really understand. She probably move to the next guy. If I do that, she goes back where she was. So maybe I'll move her standby and move over to this guy.
I'm all ears. Go ahead.
Oh man, 2 more? Okay. She has a railgun?
She's way too quick. What is she? Some kind of super
She
soldier?
has a railgun? That's insane.
Ha! I never asked for these powers.
Jeez, mother.
Regroup at Rosa's
Christ.
position.
She's got a fucking railgun. Jesus.
Wow!
That's what I'm saying. She's got a fucking railgun. That's insane. Let's get in the action. No more slacking.
Giving it all I've got.
My turn?
Yeah, let's get you in there. It looks like you're not gonna get into the battle right away. So shotgun. Oh, you got me. Yep.
Regroup at Rosa's position.
If you're feeling banged up, come see me.
Ready and waiting.
Just give the word.
Now, she can accurate fire. Which one is going to attack back? Neither one. Neither one can hit her. So it pretty much doesn't matter. Now, this one has the most hit points on the body. So we're gonna pick this one. If we pick this one, we can use link attack, which means he will fire at the same, he will fire like right before. Which means they will join forces and attack together. If I pick this one, she can't link attack. So he's a link attack with this one. But this one's not really range. So always, when you have a link attack with somebody, always pick whatever you have a link attack with. See? This will probably be your best bet. Pick accurate fire, way in the back. Go live, the person you linked attack with, you're good to go. Get this person in the action, they feel left out. It looks to me like we are much central.
Regroup at Rosa's position.
Alright, let's finish this job. Okay. So this guy right here, heavy pile. We're going to do melee, heavy pile, and then melee range. Okay guys, heavy pile. Now we could crush the arm. By crushing the arm, he can't attack, which means he can move on. He can move on to another guy. As long as he has another backpack, he can use his mech. As long as they don't kill him, he can use his mech in the south. If you choose, you kill both their arms, and they can't repair themselves, they immediately surrender at the end of the game. And their mech is given to you as sell. And you get to keep whatever's left over, and then it gets repaired. All that becomes salvage. So try to take the arms off if you can. Save everything else.
Aim true next time.
He has no arms.
Let's show them what teamwork is!
Naturally, they're going to try and bash you with their body, but the best bet
It's time.
He has to attack again? Okay. He has two attacks.
It's time. Regroup at Rosa's position.
Wow!
He has two attacks.
Giving it all I've got.
Eyes peeled. Looking for the mark.
Man, she's destroying them. 3 turns left.
Regroup at Rosa's position. My turn?
Took a little bit of damage.
I'm all ears. Go ahead.
He can get within melee range, but he has only a shotgun. Not he is not within melee range. He is also not within walking range. Okay, I couldn't get within melee range. I was unable to receive melee range. It would have been more beneficial.
Too shabby.
Now he should turn fire.
Regroup at Rosa's position.
Thank God I set up a link with him so that my teammate also get a shot. Now here's what link valves coming in. When you link up with the long range person, they will get a shot at it. good at destroying
Got eyes on the target.
10 and wait for them to sure that something does. You might not really want to use the skill on some of these other guys because they might want to counterattack because they were going to counterattack.
We've got a repair job here!
Rosa! Are you alright?
I'm okay. Now let's get moving.
Commander, front line's ready and waiting on your order.
Well done, gentlemen. As the acting commander of West Milkama, I'll lead the charge against these rebels. Keep them at bay till I get there.
That voice!
Rosa Diaz, given your relentless spirit and your undeniable achievements within the UNCS, I'd like you to consider the NDF's peace offer. Kaiden Newman is a key player in our Hyper-Aptamer project. We're prepared to negotiate using him as leverage to meet your demands.
This is your idea of a negotiation? Do you even understand what I want? Your offer's nothing but a goddamn joke! Let me make this clear. My sisters and I are fighting for our freedom!
Rosa, what's this Hyper-Aptamer project? And what are these experiments about?
No time for small talk, Merc. Make your way through the west checkpoint and rendezvous with me outside White Maple. You think you can handle that?
If that's what you want. You've always been the fighter, Valkyrie. But you've got to promise. Once we're through, you'll spill everything about your deal with the NDF.
Then let's not waste any more time.
Okay, we have to get these guys through those guys. They want the missile turret? Oh, hell no. This guy. Yeah, eat it.
Find the turns!
All we gotta do is we just need to get through these guys. That's it.
If you're feeling banged up, come see me. Don't overdo it out there.
My turn?
Can't believe he only has one space. Okay. Sorry, son.
My turn?
He only walked one space. We need to go back in the garage and get legs and move that. Moving one space
Find the turns!
Just give the word.
Keep pushing!
This one has to build up.
Don't sweat over me!
See now, in front mission, you have to actually
Mind the turns!
This one, as long as you have AP remaining, the shield will activate automatically. So you have to counter. You counterattack. Because you have the pilot in front mission, you have to set up the computer to do the job for you.
Focus now. We ain't out of the woods yet.
In this game, the pilot has to be trained to do something specific. Okay. This game is more complicated than Front Mission. Front Mission is easier. This game is more complicated. The pilot has to set up whatever it's something.
Ready when you are.
Both don't work together, then obviously something's wrong. Now she hasn't moved, so it would make sense to blow AP on one attack. It would obviously make sense for me to blow AP on one attack. Now we can choose whatever we want. Alright. Now we have this on. The two mailers. Just like we have two mailers. So our best bet would be to now this, but aiming for this, this will knock his movement down to one space. It looks to me like he has two knuckles, two mailers. He's going on. He'll only have one. If you blow the four, it'll only blow. It'll leave that much left. So, our best bet is to go for that.
Nowhere left to hide. I've got here.
Leave him with not a lot of hit points left in the core. The rest of the team can focus on him. Now, if she attacks, she will do damage with this. If he attacks, he'll use his melee weapon. Possibly not complete. We don't want to do that. We
It's time.
Melee weapon. Time to see what he can do. Took one arm out, not the other one. Okay. Now it's time to have the repairman oh, he gets another attack.
It's time.
Oh, that's fine. He gets a second attack. Beautiful. If I'm getting 2 attacks on him, that's how I have to
It's time.
Good. It says re-attack. It's going to be another attack. Probably going to use one. Probably going to use one more. That's because
Find the turns.
melee weapons do not use a lot of HP. So that's why getting multiple attacks.
I'm all ears. Go ahead.
Okay, now, he is a melee. So the only person in danger is her. She has a shield. So he moves. Here. Attacks here. He can't counterattack. See? Naturally, nothing happens. Here's the problem. What we're gonna do is he didn't have him move over and heal her. That left her very, very vulnerable. So we're gonna have to stop. She's gonna have to stay out of the line of fire. Still have one more guy though. This guy has missile launcher. That's it. Oh, that's it. He's over. We got this. Okay, now.
Wow!
Yeah, wow. Okay. Nice job. There you go. Okay, here goes the guy with just a hard road to do. Where is this coming from?
Find the turns.
Okay, this is going to be a gamble. He can attack back. I'm hoping I have links with this person. There is a possibility that if I attack, this person will be able to attack as well. See? There's some links.
My turn? roll!
Second one.
Aim
is
true
done.
next time.
I get another re-attack. More attack.
Aim true next time. Mind the turns.
Everybody move up as quickly as you can. Now, the doctor on the plan. Everybody move up.
Got eyes on the target.
Now, mad dash. Everybody make a mad dash.
Mind the turns. Mind the turns.
Path's cleared. Now's our chance to move.
Did you hear that roar? Reminds me of the time we backed up Marcus.
Rosa?
Go! And don't look back!
No. Rosa, we won't leave you behind. We came back for you. We can all make it out together.
No one's leaving today.
Oh, we didn't yesterday.
Not you, Rosa Diaz, not the test subjects, not the rebels, and certainly not you, Kai Newman.
Okay, that we don't need.
Been a while, Valkyrie. When was the last time we faced off?
So, you finally decided to show yourself. Listen, Caden, this isn't the time for doubt. Take your team and run as far as you can.
What? You want me to run like a coward? Again?
No, just looking out for your team's safety, that's all. Besides, my fight here, it's personal.
Let's move. Rosa, we'll regroup outside White Maple.
She has like 3,000 enemies.
Forgive me.
Easy win. Drinks are on me later.
Captain, we're losing ground fast, and our defenses are about to break!
How is this happening?
The chaos at the lab was supposed to tie them down.
Rebels, this is the NDF. Your hero in White Maple has fallen. You are on your own. Surrender now and you'll be spared. I repeat.
Captain, the NDF seem awfully confident.
We won't fall for such low-level psychological tactics. Ignore their mind games. They're probably still reeling from our surprise attack. Once Boss shakes off William, we'll strike back.
Forget the plan, Chloe. Evacuate to the East Stronghold now.
Boss? Is it true what they're saying?
The Valkyrie's gone. This mission's a bust.
What? Even her?
Fall back. This is just a setback. Keep the Stronghold until I return.
Whew, that was intense. How about we take a breather? Why the long faces? We made it through without a scratch.
You don't get it, Grant. All my life, I've wanted to make my mark in the military. Now with Rosa gone and the NDF on our tails, it all seems pointless.
Listen up. Being caught up in wins and losses will get you nowhere in war. What's important now is staying alive. The future is still wide open. From what I see, we've got options with both the Ashes and the Dawnstar League.
Neither path is simple at the moment. The Ashes are beaten back, barely holding on, and crossing over to the Dawnstar League is a gamble. Plus, they have no reason to take us in.
Then let's lay low and weigh our options.
The storyline is very complex. It's easy to get caught up in it.
We could head northwest. The jungle they call No Man's Land is off limits to the UNCS.
Target ST signal located. North, about 5 kilometers from Sunset Valley Crude Station.
You idiots! Hurry and close in. If they slip through our fingers again, you'll all be fish food!
Damn! William's voice is as grating as ever. But it looks like they didn't know we were listening.
The rebels are beaten. What now? The NDF will have us in their sights. There's no escaping.
I wouldn't say that. Their movements have just pointed us to an opening.
Hold up. You're not suggesting the Sunset Valley Crude Station, are you?
Okay. The next mission we have is right here. Let's go back to the hangar and see what changes we can make. Now, do you remember what I said about the red dots? Anything that has red dots might be a good idea to check in. Now, there's nothing new to do with the STs. Pilots, yes. Obviously, we do have something new we can do with the pilots. We can level up some of the pilots that we don't really use that much.
Check it out! New gadgets just dropped in the repair catalog!
Got your back. No worries.
Main forces, you always want to try and level them up as much as you can. I know she's a main force, so you want to level her up as much as you possibly can. So we're gonna shoot
Another step toward our goal.
level her up as much as you possibly can. She's a main force. Main force. Main force. Main force. this has a red dot on it. So let's see. Okay, now this has a red dot. See this? This requires 1 ticket. That's red. We don't have 100 tickets. We do have 1 ticket. So we can push this and get whatever this is, whatever random stuff they give in this package. We'll get a shot of getting something out of this package. Free. We have 1 ticket. So click the fingerprint scanner and click the box to unlock it. And it'll give you whatever it is they give you. In our case, they give us enough parts for an entire mech, which comes in handy because this might be better than what we currently have right now, but we won't know what we currently have. Now, take a peek. It's still white because we still have enough tickets to do another one. Let's move on. Now this says that we have enough tickets, 10. So we can buy this once. We have a gun and a heavy pile, just like our boy has. So this might come in handy. Shield, just like our girl has. This might come in handy as well. So whatever next these are, these might be pretty good. This might be a better deal than we have now, and not red, it's white. So we're gonna try this, okay? We do have enough. We have enough tickets. All right. All right. We got this mech, and we got that part. Those legs and that part. So this is what we got. Not a bad haul. Not bad at all. I'd say it's pretty good. Right there. Okay guys, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. told her to take care of it. Sorry, I have returned. There's a prop in the household that has to get taken care of. Now that I'm back. Alright, now let's move on. Next category. I see 2 missile launchers. And I see nothing else. We don't have anybody with 2 missile launchers. So this might not be to our benefit. But I will tell you this. Might be to our benefit. I don't know. This one has a repair back. So it might be in our benefit to pick up one of these. It's white. It's using copy to pick up one of these. See, the more you do missions, the more you get tickets. And you get open up, when you get tickets, they give you parts. Sometimes it's just one part, sometimes it's a whole map. Okay, we got a pair of legs. Now, depending on the stats of those legs, we may be able to use it. If we need more speed and that mech provides more speed, we may be able to use it on our current setups. Now, what I want to do is, I do want to actually the vouchers for it. See, currently I do not want to do too much. So now the mech that we got for free, this is the mech that we got. This is the same mech we got. Now we can technically set one of these guys up with that mech and put them right on the front line. That mech, he is good fight. We know this now because we have her on the front line. She didn't die once. So, more power. Alright, now something's going on with parts. Now parts can be upgraded. Now we have this level 1 part. Sacrifice that arm and leave this one up. Now the part from that old arm upgraded. Okay. We have this guy. Probably upgraded. He's not a front line. He is a front line guy. Okay, core first. Always core first. Always upgrade the core first. Core is the most important part. Okay, now arm. This is our melee weapon. So we want to do the left arm first. Left arm should always get precedence. In this particular one, left arm should get precedence. That is our melee weapon. Okay, now if we don't have enough parts, the other weapon, we do have enough. Very good. Now, let's see if we have enough parts for legs. And we do. Looks to me like we have a whole mech. Oh, we're gonna have to go in the inventory. We're gonna have to open up those boxes. Those boxes in our inventory might possibly have the parts we need. So which means we have to go back out and go into the inventory. Go into the depot. those boxes to now. I don't know how to open up those boxes. That's the one thing that okay, because those are not frontline fighters, we obviously cannot. Because they're not frontline fighters, we obviously cannot upgrade them. As far as upgrading the pilots goes, there's nothing upgraded. This is if you want to use real money to purchase stuff. Or if they're going to use free stuff. If they're going to use free stuff, there would be a red box. If we got free, if we wanted to get a pilot, if we got a free certificate, there would be a red box here. Okay? A red box here means that cars can be upgraded. Yes, they can, but it involves opening up specific boxes. Maybe something down here. Like depot, maybe. Something down here should be able to tell us whether or not these are all bad plays, except for him. He's a frontline player, so we do want to upgrade him if we can. Now, how do I get this? None of these I was frontline fighters, so I'm not really sure about that. Him, I was wondering, he is my frontline fighter. He's a pretty beefy melee guy. I could use him. The other arm. So that's different. You could actually make parts. Buy them. You could actually upgrade what you have now instead of just building them from scratch. It does make sense instead of spending money you don't have. Now this game is starting to make some sense. It's showing you, it's proving to me that this is definitely different from Front Mission. This is no longer a clone of Front Mission. This is something completely different. Whatever that you see right now is what that pilot is going to finish piloting for the whole game. What's going to make it better is how you're going to upgrade the parts individually. Each and every part in this mech has to get upgraded little by little. You have to craft parts from scratch using other parts you don't need. Scrap them. Use the scrap parts to craft that part you need. So if you have a melee guy who only has it in one hand, to strengthen the good hand you really do need. So if somebody attacks it, they'll take a lot more damage. So if they blow the hand or nothing, who cares? There's nothing in it anyway. So as long as the important parts don't die, you're fine. For example, the core, in this case, this and this have to be protected at all times. If this goes, the whole mech blows. If this goes, they have no weapon. If they blow this, they're going to get rid of the missile launcher. And from the melee range, who cares about missiles? You can't fire missiles. So, you're fine. You have to look at the mech for what it is. This medium to short range, this is long range. So this is useful only for long range. When I'm in short range, this has to be saved at all times. If this ever goes, then whatever you do, you cannot get in melee range. Because if you ever do, the only thing you have is your hardware pad, and that's it. You don't have this. Because this is the only thing you have. That's it. Hard blow does barely anything. I'm telling you right now, I've played front mission for years, and if this is anything like front mission, then this is garbage. It does garbage damage. You have to depend on the weapons you have equipped to you to do the damage. This will do the damage. You can't just depend on it. As you can see, this player had on this one weren't able to fire every single turn because the storage for that has like one missile. The storage for the extra missiles are supposed to be in the backpack, which this one does not have. Which means you only have one missile. That's it. One missile. When you fire it, then that's it. You have to have a backpack to spend ammunition. So this one needs a backpack. You have to remember to start putting backpacks on these guys. Eventually, the long, drawn-out mission, you are going to run out of ammo. Not all the time, you're going to run out of ammo. Your missions go longer. It's going to require ammunition. So, you are going to want a backpack on this thing. Eventually, down the road, you are going to have to put back. Power bank. sell both of them, you'll get $12. Okay, let's see what else we got. Claim. Remember, anything that's red, click it. Anything that's red, the red dot, click any red dot you can spot. Claim all, red dot, red dot, no red dots, there's a red dot right there. Okay. We're gonna get this prize. Don't forget, click, click, click. That's right. Yeah, yes. Good. So far, it's good. Yes, there you go. I don't think we got any more red spots. Okay. Okay, that's it for this week. Hope you guys learned something, because I certainly did. This game is definitely. See why the open arm is very important? Watch this. Second arm to stabilize the gun. If this arm gets blown off, this arm is just hanging around, flopping around, random shots. It's more accurate if you have both arms. So don't just give up an arm, because this is a heavy machine gun. So if you lose the arm, you lose accuracy, and that could be bad. That's why it's really good to know how this weapon attacks. It really is good. It's always good to know how it attacks. You know whether to save the arm or not to save the arm. normally somebody would say, okay, I'll put a melee. I'll put a melee. Okay, if you put a melee in the hand, then that means this gun right here has no support for accuracy. Because the melee weapon is placed in the hand. So that gun has no accuracy. It's just being placed up and there's no accuracy per se. So you have no choice. You have to give whoever has a machine gun like this, you have to give them a shoulder weapon. You have no choice. Now if you give somebody a shotgun, that's a different story. If you give somebody a shotgun fires different. Shotgun is a different story. Don't want to go back to that mission right Alright. So at this point we're gonna stop right there. Don't forget to find this. If you do find this game enjoyable, and you do want to try it yourself, find it on Steam. You can look for it on Steam. It's called MECHARASHI. Head out of the way. You see the name. See it right there? That's the name right there. MECHARASHI. Look for that in the Steam store. Okay, guys? Try it. It's free. And this is pretty much what it is. It reminds me of Front Mission. But it's not. There's something about it that changes the game a little bit. It changes the game for the better. It has the same feel of Front Mission, but instead of actually like swapping arms and stuff like that, trying different arms on different legs and stuff like that, you have a mech. Keep it together. You upgrade those parts instead of just trashing it and putting it on a different arm. You have to use AMAC the way it is and upgrade each and every part of that mech to make it more enjoyable to play. So if this is a level 1 part, you need to upgrade to level 4. You need to open up boxes and get more parts. Those spare parts to upgrade these parts on another level. So every time you open up a box, you get, let's say you open up 2 boxes and they give you a whole nother mech like this. You have a choice. You can either replace the mech you have, you either replace one of the pilots with that mech, and keep that mech that they have as a spare, or you could use those parts and use those parts upgrade another next part that's just like it. See, now if I decided to do that, I could very easily do that because I have a lot of people that have mechs that do not really belong to said mechs. So, for example, this one has a pretty beefy mech. So, I shouldn't say. This one has a mediocre mech, but it's very fast. So it doesn't really need it. It really doesn't need to be heavy duty. This one's very heavy duty. This one's fine. Now the ones I do worry about are this and this. This one I do worry about. Machine gun fanatic. He likes machine guns. So it would make sense to give him a mech with 2 machine guns, since he works with machine guns very well. Put a backpack with spare ammo and give him 2 machine guns, he'll go nuts. He's a brawler. Give him 1 melee weapon and a shotgun. He's fine. Brawlers work very good with assault skills and stuff like that. Right now he has 2 machine guns, which is not really beneficial to his character. That's the reason why he is not a main force. He needs a beefier mech. And he also needs a melee weapon. He also needs melee skills. So he is not a main character because of that reason. These guys are main characters right here. Because these guys are set up and ready to go. He is your healer. He's your he does melee and he's your assault person. She's your long range sniper. She has a missile launcher. I think she has a missile launcher. I think she does have a missile launcher. And she has a machine gun, I think. Frontline cannon. I don't know what that
Gotta stay sharp. That's the Marcus way. Gotta stay sharp. That's the Marcus way. Gotta stay sharp. That's the Marcus way.
Now this is her mech. It would make sense for her to have a machine gun. But it will also be nice for that. So let's see if we have it. Power battery. what if? My idea is, what if your whole main force gets destroyed? Can you get pilots and mechs as a backup force that takes over? Just in case? That's my reason. So I have enough pilots, enough mechs for 2 forces. So we have to split our forces up. The main force and our backup force. This is our backup force. This is our main force. As you can see, level difference is totally different. So these guys are backups. That's all they'll ever be. They're only backups. Their levels are too small to be main forces. By the time our main force died, and these guys take over, they'll barely be enough. I mean, this stuff is nowhere near upgraded. So this stuff is not even. They really honestly, we do really honestly do not have. Really honestly, we do not have enough stuff. I actually don't know. Let's see if we can. He's level 5. Let's see if we can get these guys. He's level 5. Maybe we can. Let's see if we can get these guys to Okay, now we have a core. The problem is it's on another. The other core we have is because it's red. That core is on another pilot, so we cannot use it. It's spare. We don't have a spare core, so we can't do it. So pretty much all we can do is upgrade the pilots. If we're able to, of course. Now, here's our main characters. This one can use a bit of an upgrade. This one can use 1 level. That's it. This one needs an upgrade big time. So let's see what we can do. How about first trying to upgrade the level? Nope. Nope. Don't have enough. those are gotcha. They're pirates, not pilots. This allows us you could purchase S2s. Okay, this is a blueprint to allow you to craft. Okay, now, the ST we put this on has a shield and a shotgun. This backpack incorporates a special combat support chip on one control unit to enhance the ST's guard. What does shield do? It guards. So now, that backpack is going to activate that shield so it attacks. Go like this. So we did a good thing by putting that on that mech because that's what that chip does. It enhances. It prevents the mech from taking too much damage. So we did a very good thing by putting it on. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna call it a night. Thank you very much for watching video game updates. Today we covered MECHARASHI. Find it on the Steam store, absolutely free. Pick it up in the Steam store today, it's absolutely free. It's a lot of fun, as you can see. There's another. I did another video on this on video game reviews. Check that out. I'll have video game reviews on this side of the screen. I'll have video game reviews over here. I'll have my most recent video posted here. So check out video game reviews here. And check from MECHARASHI. You'll see my first video on this. See me go over the basics for this game. How beginners first start with this game. This one I started to go over more advanced tactics and how similar this game is with other games. If you played other games, what similarities and non-similarities have, you can use this game easily. Now, if the pilot ever gets a skill called shield attack, down the road, you will be able to attack with the shield. if you ever get a skill called the shield attack, that will pretty much be it. You need to have the pilot get a skill called shield attack in order for that to work. Try to research skills. Certain pilots have to research certain skills in order for them to be able to activate certain things. So if you know for a fact that Lily's pilot of that mech, then you will know to try and find that skill and activate it. It's going to have skills. See? All you have to do is activate certain skills. Unfortunately, you don't have enough of this to activate anything here. You need more of this or this to activate some of these. So, those two work for pretty much everybody. So, okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Please stay tuned on Sunday. I'm going to live stream on PlayStation Network. Please tune in then. Probably going to have it 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So check me out 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sunday night. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.